Good morning, everyone. Namaste. We're going to call on Archangel Michael to clear, cleanse the space, fall negative and lower vibrations from our mind, body, and soul, home and hearts, placing the white light of protection on us with his blue seal. And we are going to continue reading out of my Hermetic Marriage, being a study in the philosophy of thrice the greatest Hermes. And we're still continuing on the Hermetic Marriage Part 2, Hermetic Autonomy. But again, I always like to recap and state what Hermetic Marriage means. It's symbolic of the individual who has made himself right with all things. Most of all, is true to himself and his fellow man. It explains certain alchemical symbols in nature of all things, taking human relationships as the basis. And we're going to move on to part 4. I mean, this is quite long, guys. There's no breaks in it. So I'm going to try and get through it, but we might stop midway. So it says, to the Hermeticists, man has always been considered androgynous. They created the god Hermaphroditus to represent the duality of the living things. The word is coined from Hermes, fire or vitality, and Aphrodite, the goddess of water. The great Hermetic and alchemical axiom was made the fire to burn in the water to feed the fire. In this lies great wisdom. The ancient Rosicrucians taught that the eternal feminine was not extracted from the nature of man as Moses would have us think, but was rather made subservient to the opposite side of its own nature. They believed that every creature was essentially male and female, but for reasons sufficiently good, which we will discuss later, only one phase of the nature manifested at a time. These philosophers by fire taught that there was but one force of life in human body that was used by man in the furtherance of his labors. He digested his food with essentially the same energy with which he thought. He reproduced his species with the same forces that he used in physical exercise. This force was said to be the builder of the universal temple. It became the Hiram Abiff of the masonry, the builder of the external temple. In Egypt, his force is symbolized by the serpent, and it is interesting to note that the ancient Hebrew word serpent and savior are synonymous. In the stanza of Daisen, in an ancient Tibetan fragment, it is stated that at a certain time a great cloud of serpents rained upon the earth. This is understood in esoteric philosophy to represent the coming of the great world teachers who have long been called serpents. The savior of the Aztecs and the Incas was called Quetzalcoatl. The name means feathered serpent. In all the parts of the world, from the serpent kings of Egypt to the feathered serpents of the Tibet, the serpent is symbolic of the vital energies of the human body. Moses raised the brazen serpent in the wilderness, and all who gazed upon it lived. Christ, the serpent reborn, if I be lifted up, shall draw all men unto me. It would seem that the simile is obvious, yet few ever understand it. To the ancients, the magic wand was the spinal canal. Through this canal runs a sacred liquid fire called fire oil. In Greek, Christos, Savior or Redeemer of things. This same thought had been preserved for masonry under the heating, the marrow of the bone. The Hermetic philosophers recognize that the essence in man is distillation of universal life derived from the atmosphere, the sunlight, the rays of the stars, and the food which he eats. This universal vitality upon a void of the myths of gods who died for mankind. It is undoubtedly the origin of the legends of the Last Supper, for the man eternally maintains himself upon the body and the blood of the spirit of the universal energy. So awesome, but it's a little difficult to comprehend. I'm getting a lot of what I learned in a different book about the oil that comes through, but they're talking about, some might say, the material world and the ego being pulled through. So we're going to leave it at that, guys, and we will come back to it. If you have any insight, I'd love to hear it. Please put it in the comments. And if not, have a beautiful and blessed day and stay.